statement of this test is, at first glance, the sausages from Nutritas and ayam dinding are quite similar in certain attributes such as texture, colour and appearance. Objective of this test is to determine the sensory differences between ayam dinding and Nutritas brand. Determine whether the product differences result in change in processing or ingredients. The null hypothesis is all samples have the same appearance, texture and colour. The alternate hypothesis is at least one sample has different appearance, texture and colour.
Project, 70 panelists have been selected to carry out this test. The selected panelists are untrained panelists with students from University Sains Islam Malaysia from different ages, 19 to 23 years old, and two different genders, men and female. The sample used in this project is chicken sausage. We choose two different brands, which are Nutritas and ayam dinding.
The procedure begins with all centrifugal samples were cut into 1 cm and put into each cup. Then all the panelists were served with 3 samples of sausages loaded with 3 digits per number. Panelists have to choose or sample 2 samples which are identical.
For the analysis for the sensory data, we use 3 methods. The first one is the binomial distribution using the Roselle table. Secondly, we use the adjusted chi-square test. The last one, we use the z-test for 2 proportions.
The total number of panelists who answer the question correctly is 45, whereas the remaining 25 panelists wrongly choose the identical samples among the 3 samples given. Based on the result, the p-value is lower than a significant level, so there is enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis. This shows that the panelists could detect a difference between the samples. Since the 45 of the 70 panelists correctly identified the identical samples, so there is significant difference between the samples, and this result support the binomial distribution that reject the null hypothesis. The researcher can conclude that the panelist is able to detect difference between the samples. Since the calculated value is greater than the x squared table at a 5% probability, so there is significant difference between the samples. Thus, there is enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis. The value of the z-test calculation is higher than the z-critical value at a 5% probability. Again, this shows that there is significant difference between the samples, so the null hypothesis is rejected. In this discussion, the fat in sausage product act as a binder, and the sausage contain the high value of saturated fat. The food additive that has been added during the process, such as seasoning, monosodium glutamate, soy protein, sugar, salt, white pepper, soy sauce, thickener and stabilizer, including the preservative and coloring.
Panelists could detect a difference between the samples. This has been proven by statistical method where there is a significant difference between the samples. This shows that shifting in ingredients, formulation or processing have significantly changed the product produced. It can be concluded that both objectives of this test to determine whether an overall difference exists between samples and to determine whether product differences could result from a change in ingredients or processing are accepted.